What's good, guys? It's Khalil Jamar. Hope that all is well with you guys. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure that you do subscribe. If this is not your first time on my channel, thank you for coming back. The other day I was scrolling on Instagram just seeing how many strong people there are out there. I came across this dude, SSJ Bobb Matthews, squatting 700 pounds with ease. Now, it honestly looked like he could have got another rep out of it, but 700 pounds, that's a lot of weight to squat, especially if you've been following Bobb Matthews for the last couple of years. You know that he's a power lifter, and you know that he's somebody that has progressed incredibly well. Now on deadlift, I think he was able to go from 365 to 710 pounds in just under 2 years. Of course, progress like that is going to raise a couple of eyebrows. It's going to raise a couple of questions, and people are going to start to ask whether or not he's on something. The thing is, he's done 2 drug-tested meets, and he has gotten in no type of trouble at all. So it's very unlikely that he's actually on something. So this started to make me think, what is the difference between SSJ Bobb and basically a regular person? Because if you've seen what he's able to do, you already know that he's not a regular person. He's not normal at all. So I wanted to see if there's certain advantages that he has as opposed to the normal person. And doing minimal research, I not only found advantages he might have, but other people might have as well. They just don't know about them. So the first advantage that I kind of found was bone length. So let's say there's 2 people, we put them on bench, we load up the bar with 300 pounds. They're both 5'10", 200 pounds. They both complete 300 pounds. On paper, they're just as strong as each other. But you do have to take in consideration that person 1 might have longer arms than person 2. If this is the case, that rep was probably a lot harder for them just because they had to move the weight a little bit farther than person 2 who has shorter arms. Even though they have this disadvantage on bench though, when it comes to deadlift, because they have longer arms, they have an advantage just because they don't have to bend down as far to grab the bar and then pick it back up. Again, it's kind of shortening that distance. The person 2 on bench press has a shorter distance to go, but person 1 who has a longer distance to go on bench might have a shorter distance to go on deadlift. The other thing I kind of looked at too and found out about was muscular structure. So we all pretty much have the same muscles. They're pretty much in the same areas of our body. The thing is though, from person to person, how our muscles are attached to our skeletal structure is different. So depending on how it attaches to our skeletal structure, it's going to affect how much force we output and how much force our muscles can output. This is going to determine how much weight you can actually move, of course. If you have more force within your muscles, you're going to be able to move more weight. Now, this one is kind of obvious. The more muscle you have, not necessarily the stronger you're going to be, but your potential to become stronger is better than most people. Say you're past the newbie gains, you properly know how to lift, your technique is in order. The only thing that's really going to determine how much stronger you get is how much muscle you're able to put on. So when you look at somebody like SSJ Bobb, he may not have reached his muscle capacity, therefore he may not have reached his strength capacity, which is probably why he's progressing the way he is. He has not reached or unleashed his full potential yet. So let's apply these 3 things to SSJ Bobb. Let's just say that he has an advantage with bone length. Let's say he has an advantage with his muscular structure and his muscle and strength capacity. You put all those 3 things together and then mix it with his skill set and the fact that he's working day in and day out on exposing these advantages, it makes sense as to why he's progressing. And your skill level is going to determine your strength as well too. Let's say you do have disadvantages. If you can work day in and day out on addressing those disadvantages, you're going to become so skillful that you're going to be able to work around those disadvantages. Somebody like SSJ Bobb may not have disadvantages at all. Therefore, there's nothing for him to work around but just to improve his skill and improve upon what he has. So it's not necessarily that he's on something. It might just be that he is literally built to power lift. So you guys let me know what you think. If you have any information on why some people might be a little bit stronger than others, definitely leave that down in the comment section. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.